That's okay. We got keyboard controls. That's good enough for me. And I can move around stuff as needed. So this is Touch Grass versus ChilledGamers, I believe is the title. We are mid-round. I'm guessing they are currently paused. Give them a little heart there. Oh man, that's an old name. Wow, there's a lot of old folks here. Man, I feel like I'm in the retirement home almost. But this is a map, Precinct East. This is previously District for the old Source players. This is the reimagining of the map. It is, it's a little bit different, as you could tell, but it is spiritually the same map. Like, here's your outside, right? Yeah, see what I mean? Like, it's pretty interesting. You know, there's the lower side, there's your doors. They have a door here now. Ooh la la, you got the broken wall. It's literally, dude, it's the map. Now, you do have this moved up a little bit instead of having it over there, but it's pretty much the same map, so pretty cool though. I always forget that until I get in here. I'm like, this looks kind of familiar. And sure enough, wow, look at that. All right, now the names I'm going to butcher. I apologize. It's going to be a little rough, but we will work. Oh, Snake Eyes just with this spray down of the Desert Dew in that B main entrance. Not going to find luck there. Rasho gets the Kobe on those players in apartments. Alvin spray down top side in balcony gets the kill. Decapping for Radish so far, but just out in the open, Snake Eyes just sprayed down onto Radish. Out in the open, had no... They tried to cover with the smoke grenade. I'll give him an A for effort, but unfortunately the execution there did not quite work out as intended. Ogdog running, I believe the... Is that a Nog? I think that's a Nog. It looks like an F-2000. Apparently F-2000 is the new weapon. It's the new it thing. But Snake Eyes and Ogdog doing good work with it. Wardog falling to Alvin. As Smoke and Darts and Alvin last alive here. 2v2. B capped about 50%. Moving through. Going for the Kappa. Oh, there's Ogdog catching those Smoke and Darts. Alvin last alive. And Ogdog, the GOAT on B, locks in. Gets the round. The first one for Insurgents in this game. 1-4. Great control of B there by Ogdog. Ironically, the scoreboard agreeing with me. 2 big kills there on Bravo. Just instantly held to perfection. I love the chrome there. For a little bit of see-through. Let's see what we're talking about. So what happened here is we had this player prone. They watched the cross right over here. And as soon as they were doing that, this other player was pushing at the same time, which normally very, very effective. The only problem is it's an easy one to just go, get the kill. You know, that's what guns sound like, at least to me. But anyways, back to the actual action here that really matters. Following Alvin from spawn here, running the, I believe that's the Tavor. It's a 7.62 heavy weapon. At least heavy in terms of firepower. But let's see what happens here as they go and run out. Going for the play on balcony. Running deep, one player close. Who's going to get the wall break in time? Oh, it's going to be Alvin. First to the line, but gets killed by Rag with the quick scope. By one time as well. Very dangerous here. Rag going in dangerously deep, but Smoke and Darts gets the trade. Rad is taking some shots once again. We're seeing that tire side position. They're getting a lot of damage done. Rad is trying to hold the cross, but Ogdog spray down deep. Get the kill onto Radish. Smoke and Darts trying to hold his topside balk. Trying to look for the cross onto that Insurgent side, but not going to find it. Gets the kill on a Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes a little too early on the draw there. Trying to go for the shot in apartment. Not going to find it. But so far, Cheese Potato is going to go rotate up to apartments. Now going for the 1v1 close. Gets the shot. Almost gets the kill. But Desert Dew stays alive for the moment. But War Dog catches up Smoke and Darts on the flank. War Dog looking to hold his top side. 1v2 here. We're about to get double team. Gets caught off guard by Ogdog as they work together against the kills. And 2-4 is the end of the round. As ChilledGamers take another one and give them a chill pill. Something like that. I don't know. But Rag, though, crazy quickscope there with the L96, a weapon that is not competitively focused normally. Can work out well, though. Although bipod out is a little bit risky. You get too close to an edge of the side that you could get stuck in the animation. So probably best to flip it up. If you didn't know, you can press G if you have this weapon or any weapon with a bipod equipped to flip the bipod up to prevent it from auto-deploying if you have that setting enabled. Fun fact. It goes for anything with a bipod, including the M60, L96, any weapon, including as well the flip-up grip pods. That is a thing you can do in-game with the combination foregrip and bipod, although it's Very, very high in supply points. I don't recommend it. Probably just better off with the foregrip. You don't really, unless you're going to be sitting there for like an hour, you don't really need a bipod. But, you know, for the meme, and it is more stable. So it does work well, but not commonly used in competitive at least. Co-op though, and push. Oh, Rag, a little bit blind there. Maybe you should swap off the sniper. Gets killed by Desiudu in the corner with the G36. Well done, Radish, just holding the top side. Again, this is a very risky spot for security. You have no coverage, but it can work well. Ooh, gets the catches off guard. Snake Eyes and Cheese Potatoes on the top side in battle gets the kill. Victor taking down War Dog, but Og Dog again hops up the window of apartments, sees it, gets the kill, goes for the spray of Smoke and Darts with the wall bang with that WCX. Another round on the board for security, keeping that lead rolling 5-2. It was 2 non-stop for Insurgents and now security putting their foot down, saying, okay, enough's enough. We're coming in to play ball. This is our round. We're taking it. Now the question is, are they going to keep rolling on it? That is the question. Is Rag gonna? He's still doing it. All right, well, good luck, buddy. He might need it. But of course, outfit-wise, because half of the fun of Insurgency Sandstorm is the fashion, because you know, fashionista. It's pretty varied. Generally speaking, pretty green tan mix, but nothing too special or spectacular. They're not running a set team outfit. You won't see that too much in most of the play you'll see on Insurgency Sandstorm. Some teams did it back in the day. It was kind of cool. I think a lot of people like to be individual, and the only thing is, the more individual your kit is, the more likely people are going to know, oh, that's that guy that died. And that tells you, oh, okay, I know who died in that lane. So if you have a stacked team, that can be devastating. If they know, oh, this person's alive or this person's alive. So ironically, not as big of an issue here. I think most of the outfits are pretty similar to where it's hard to tell, but I'm sure you know. In any case, Radish, though, gets the first pick on Cheese Potatoes. Radish trying to jump up here. If only he could get a little bit higher. He's a little too short. Oh, runs right into Rag, who was trying to wallbang him there. Gets the kill, but Smoke and Darts, as you see, gets the trade just as quickly. And Alvin taking down War Dog in that balcony side there. Leaves it to Snake Eyes last alive as security does a good job wiping out the Insurgents one by one, winning each of their lanes and lines, down to just one remaining player in apartment sneaking through. And that is Snake Eyes. Getting pushed, gets the hip fire kill there onto Desiudu. He's going to have to drop down. Oh, and there is the dark window. They're getting the kill from Smoke and Darts onto Snake Eyes. 6-2 is going to be the round. All right, well, TG, they are back in the lead, back in control. Now the question is, can Insurgents bring it back? There's a couple of things they could do. We're seeing them die a lot on the mid side of B here, and they're trying to play, it seems like, upper to mix results. Maybe going lower side, going the outside, that might work a little better. It seemed to work a little bit better initially. They did lose a couple lanes and players there, so hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? But in any case, we'll follow Desiudu. Desiderio? I don't. Oh man, I'll butcher names. I apologize. I'm sure someone will correct me in the in the chat. But thankfully, most of the other names are relatively normal. We'll follow Desiderio here. Double stacking tire. Oh, interesting. They're going double apartments, 1 tires call. Not bad. Pretty standard play you're going to see. Top side. Oh, Snake Eyes wins the... Interesting the timings on that they win early on. They're going to opt to go for the B hold here. Desiudu hanging out. Victor, though, sneaking through. Trying to play that cafe. Would normally be cafe. Trying to play the lower side here. Sneaking around. Desiudu does catch out Snake Eyes trying to rotate into tires. Not going to happen, Captain. As we see Rag looking for the lucky pick here. You know, go for the wallbang? Good. Oh, here comes the Kobe, though. You can see that grenade coming in a mile away. Almost. Bit of a biff, but Alvin hits that one, though. It's the kill onto Rag, and Cheesy with that PSO. Oh, get that out of here. Oh, that is an optic only its mother could love. This thing has the world's biggest eyelet around your eyes here. FOV is overrated. Desiudu getting the flank out. Cheese Potatoes caught off guard. They're trying to jump out of the window and not to the wall. It's Og Dog last alive here. 1v4. Trying to go for the play here. Catches. Oh my goodness. Catches out Victor. But Og Dog almost whipped it there. A little embarrassing. Grab the weapon. Good call. We'll hear their teammates up and think, oh yeah, it's definitely them. They're definitely alive. And they won that. Totally. Seeing some shots come down here. Alvin looking to hold the line here. Playing that upper. I'd call it dark window, but it's kind of a mix of both now. Crazy how that The hallway is no longer a force. It's all just broken down. Very interesting. Alvin on the line here. Smart call. Oh, Alvin, a little sleep at the wheel there. Finally gets the kill. Let him run past for like 2 seconds. That was a little scary. If that insurgent player was like locked in and trying to really go for it and they weren't like in a panic, Alvin would have been cooked. But stays alive, gets the kill, gets the round win. And that's what matters at the end of the day. It's not what could have happened, it's what did happen. And that's what really has an impact. Looks like we have Rag swap it off the L96, go for something a little more serious. Running the AKS-74U. That is a very, very interesting weapon. This is one of the legends, probably one of the most legendaries. I would call it an SMG, but I mean, the firepower is a little bit better than your average SMG. It's not like a 9mm or 45. It's an interesting weapon. It's probably one of the greatest. I almost want to say the greatest, like submachine gun, small rifle caliber weapons ever in gaming. It's a big call, but the AKS is just legendary, I think. Well, we will see how it plays out, and don't worry, you guys will definitely fight CG soon. Let's see how Rag does here. Good grenade for the outside of B, but no, for the B main entrance there. No kill though. Comes a grenade towards the front valve. One for the cross. CG gets the grenade. Oh, Alvin getting the pick up. War Dog and Hog Dog getting some work done though. Clearing it up. Cheesy with that optic. That is certainly an optic. SVD coming in. It's a one-tap wonder. Smoking Arts has to pick up on the Og Dog. Again, holding good control of that B objective. See War Dog danger close to an enemy here. Catches him off guard. There's one, and there's almost two. Come on. Oh, they made it to escape. Who is that hiding in there? I'm going for the play on A here. Very interesting call here. Oh, but Smoking Darts gets the pick on the War Dog. Smoking Darts going for the clutch on A here, but Snake Eyes gets the trade just as quick. Gets the cap on A. Desir Dude needs to go for the play here. Go on B or go for A. What are they going to do? Snake Eyes safe on A. Looks like Desiderio going to go for the play on B instead. Not going to go for the danger fight. A little bit risky because you'll be facing off 5v1 here for Desiderio. I mean, between the 1v1, if you don't think you're going to win it, it's a safer call. The only problem is it's going to put your team in a tough spot because now we have Snake Eyes in position to spawn camp. Normally, you would see them spawn camp. They're going to opt to go for the play on B, though. Time is running out. There is the reset 5v5. However, Insurgents have the majority A and C in control, meaning it's going to be tough for them to come back. But let's see how they decide to play ball. Rag guarding spawns, no need. But, you know, it's a good idea to do that anyways. You never know. These teams like to be a little cheeky. Victor going to come in for the retake on Alpha. So far, uncontested. Snake Eyes picking up one on Alvin from spawn, but that was it. Desiderio catching out Og Dog with Snake Eyes getting the trade onto that B player there. Now B going to Insurgents. Big cap up here. Security needs to get a move on and need to move to B fast. You need to cap A very, very quickly or stop the cap because Victor running out of time here. Slow walking. Getting less than a minute remaining in the round here. Victor gets the sprint on onto one. About to be two, but War Dog says no. Radish a little bit slow to the objective there. War Dogs and Snake Eyes double cap. Ends the half 7-3. One more round for Insurgents on the board. Very, very close there. Very, very good clutch. But Insurgents, great teamwork and great mindset. Working together, thinking together. Going, hey, we know they're going to be going for, you know, we'll give up A control. We'll just go for BC. We'll have it held down. And sure enough, security slowing the draw. They were kind of going for A. They clear it out. They lost a couple of players, but then they played a little bit too safe to where they had all those players on B. Made it impossible for them to try and retake that. So it's very, very tough. Looks like Ray is getting swapped. Ray? Okay, Ray's getting swapped out. So a bit of a pause here. Swap out players. We will see who comes out on top. But so far, it's looking like Insurgents, that which was touch grass, doing a great job. Locking down the rounds, locking down the lanes, winning the gun battles, winning what's important. The question is, can they keep it going? And that remains to be seen. But so far, looking pretty good. Of course, outfit-wise, half of the fun is the drip check. So far, pretty dry, pretty dusty coming in from the security side. Excuse me. Although we have a couple gray guys, not too bad, not too bad. There's everybody else. We've seen all of theirs. Let's see. Who do we got? Interesting. Right. Pretty real dripped out. Waiting for the fifth for security. But Insurgents on the other side here. Let's see. We got pretty interesting grays. Pretty good mix. The anonymous veteran. Couple standard military outfits coming in from the insurgents here. Smart call. It is a little risky, though. In public play, you are likely to get team killed. However, of course, in competitive, people know what is and isn't legit. So, doesn't work as well against competitive players. But, hey, it might throw them off for a second. That could be the second you need to win. So, never a bad idea in its outright. Smoking Art's running a pretty standard, cool guy looking thing. But, yeah, someone rocking the painter's approach. All white. Interesting call as well. You know, it's not stealthy, but if you don't care about stealth and you're just going in to run and frag out and all that, yeah, it works. It's very, very effective. And on snow maps, it is actually very, very good for camouflage. So, see the hat peeking through there. A little bit of the old insurgency special. But beyond that, that's all we got for now. Looks like the teams are getting figured out, getting their ducks in a row, getting their stuff laid out. But yeah, this is it's district. Definitely not the district I remember, but still a classic nonetheless. It's also bananas how much it's expanded, right? Because past this objective, there's another whole half of the map right over here. This is a full like different map in the map. It's, man, it is crazy. When I think of it, when you think about like district, where it ended at, and you're like, all right, cool, that was the end of the district. No, it's another whole district in the district. Dare I say a little bit of redistricting, if you will. It's bananas. Because you don't even realize, like, this was just one map in Source, but the other side there, you got the whole other experience to play through. Very cool. Looks like, oh. Shouldn't be killing if they're paused. There's a team kill at least, although, no, that makes sense for the hitbox. I thought they were glitched out, but no, that's normal. Someone rocking the baggy pants. All right. Oh, I guess the player they want to swap out is not there, so. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, it's important to make sure your subs are still there, but I guess that's how these things go from time to time. I remember it used to be on the truck. I don't even think they have. Is the truck still a thing on this map? Because on security, you used to be able to run a truck until about here. You'd hop off. And, all right, get out, get out. You go run around. Man, I always love the co-op in this game. I mean, Firefight's always a near and dear to my heart, but I was always a co-op guy first before PvP. So, to each their own, as they say. And as we say that, we begin the game. My brain is fried already. We haven't had even that early yet, and we're already getting cooked. 3-7 security. Looking like they got a lot of work to do. 4 away for the win. 4 grass. And we have the not live called out. Rag rocking the Fitty Cal. The Big Mama. This weapon, very, very devastating, but also very, very, I wouldn't say temperamental, but it's a weapon that you really got to have the timings lined up right. You got to know where the players are going to be at. Then, yes, this thing can be nutty. However, it's a very, 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 very limited situation. Although it looks like we do have Spitter has regained consciousness, has rejoined the game. So, Rag should swap out. I'll have Spitter hop in, and hopefully we will get started. Any day now, folks. Any day now. Imagine while this is happening, the teams are getting the other games underway. We will see how they decide to play this. Just waiting on teams and outfits to get their thing going. But hopefully we should be ready to go soon. I believe this is Spitter. Pretty standard outfit and affair. That's cheesy potatoes. Excuse me. So, any day now. Hopefully we will get back into the action here on New District. I guess you could say it's a redistrict. But it is still a good map nonetheless. Okay. One team's calling live. Is the other team calling live? Okay. We have both teams confirmed live. We are back on. All right. 3-7 is our current score in the round here. As we begin, following cheesy potatoes, leaving spawn. Tagged up with Ogdog. My guess is going to run both apartments. Is my guess maybe one to tires? Wouldn't be a bad idea to split it up a little bit, but they've had good success too. Looks like they are going to go tires or go possibly on the flank on the outside. Or let's see. Both are options. I guess it's a little safer to run through that side there. Gonna opt for apartments. Okay, 1 B main, 1 apartments. Not bad call. Snake Eyes getting the pick on a smoke and darts. He's gonna run through. Taking life for now. Spitter getting the pick onto Alvin. So far great for CG, but Victor and Desiderio get the trade just as quickly. And Radish taking out Snake Eyes. Not good for CG. just as soon as I spoke, it started to look good. It's how the tides turn sometimes. Ogdog capping up B so far with no protection. No safeties around him. He has a little bit of coverage in apartments, but not really much. Insurgents opting to go to control the land around Bravo instead of going for the B objective directly. Of course, this means Ogdog can get surprised like this. There you go. Victor getting the pick onto Ogdog, just as I called it. And Victor getting the second kill there onto Cheesy Potatoes, trying to run around. Not going to happen yet. 8-3 as TG do what they do best so far, and that is kill CG decisively. Victor, the 3K. Nice, good hold there on that flank. They went that balcony side. Went up around, killed B. Killed the rotation on the flank. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, the round done. Deedly do. That easy. Now following Radish. Well, you know what? Who have we not seen play much? Seen a little bit of everybody play, but have we seen Smoke and Darts play? I don't think we've seen Smoke and Darts running the Alpha AK. A weapon with a unique fire rate. Damage is about standard, I believe. 5.5. What will be comparable to a 5.56? It's not a 7.6251. It's like a 45 millimeter, I believe. So it's a heavier round. It's not a super, high damage like a 7.62 like the SVD there from Desiderio or the Tavora. But still a good weapon nonetheless. A little bit of a niche choice, but some people like it. Smoke and Darts going for the play here. A good smoke from his teammate there will allow him to sneak through. Goes the spray down onto Spitter. And B main there. Smoke and Darts waiting for the smoke to clear. Victor winning the battle against War Dog. They're going to push through lower side. So far going for the double hold here. Ogdog. Elvin, and there's Cheese Potatoes taking down Desiderio on the cross. Smoke and Darts looking for something lucky, but unfortunately for him, he pros in the wrong spot. Smoke and Darts gets the kill. They don't know where he's at on this balcony side, and there is the push from the teammates coming through there. They have pushed out and around. There's a player back at A. Ogdog. No, it's not Ogdog. He's going for C. Who's that? Snake Guy. He's almost like not even in the game here. There we go. I guess they're really back there works. Good for retaking. Gets the pick onto Victor. The problem is they caught off guard by Radish because they were not expecting to have so many players on B. Again, Insurgents really wanted to focus on B. They got objective control and hold there. So he held in position. Radish gets the cap on B. Again, he tried to bait out the C cap. The problem is a little too slow on the draw there. Going to be down to just Ogdog. Radish easily gets the call out. Goes for the spray down, and there's the wall bank through. That FAMAS just devastating. 3-9. That is how the cookie has crumbled. Smoke and Darts 2K. But ultimately, it was just good teamwork and good consistency from Touchgrass. Again, that 5.56, it's a weapon. It's a weapon round that people think, oh, it's not very strong. I got to shoot 3 or 4 times to get the kill. If you're shooting fast enough, it can be very, very good. And the weapons that usually shoot 5.56 fire fast enough to where it's pretty comparable. And from the FAMAS, particularly, shoots very, very quickly for what would normally be an assault rifle. So that thing is a freaking hose, man. It's like an SMG. And for that much damage coming out of that weapon, that's seriously strong. Like, sure, it's not going to be able to pen super hard. So if you have armor, you have a little bit more luck. But still, I mean, the fire rate, the DPS is just that good. Makes up for it. And the FAL and EBR are just insane in the membrane. But that's you don't see those anymore for some reason. Desiderio getting the pick on a Cheesy Potatoes. In the meantime, Ogdog holding a B main, looking for the spray down. Not going to find it yet as you follow War Dog. Setting up for the nade. Looks like they're not going to throw it, but Snake Eyes gets the pick on a Radish in the meantime. War Dog goes for the cross there. We can see him aiming just so closely across, but did not get the kill. But Victor gets a pick on a Snake Eyes Spitter on the top side in window, looking for a lucky shot. Not going to find a Smoke and Darts in that jailhouse in the apartment side here. Looking for lucky cross, gets the catch out onto Ogdog. Going to go for the B hold here. Low on health, that is all right. It's a good way to cap up B. See him hanging out at B, watching for the B main entrance. Easily gets the kill on the War Dog, running through. Last up is going to be Spitter. 4v1 here. Going for the 1v1 on Alpha. Not a bad call, of course. Running through, it means they are making a lot of noise on this walking, though. They might need to press Alt and slow walk instead of making a big racket. Traps in around there. They're going to be very easy to spot and get pre-fired if you keep walking around like this, though. So you got to be very careful. Goes for the spray down on the weak side. Almost gets it. Finally hits it onto Alvin there dangerously. Nearly took a whole magazine, but I guess it was worth it for one. There's another kill onto Desiderio. Goes for the B hold here. They almost had the B objective locked out. If they waited just a little bit longer, gotten that kill, they probably would have gotten it done. Spitter, they're decapping it. The problem is upper side. You can see him there on broken wall. They're going to go to the window there. Smart call. Spitter, I don't know if they realized, in a good spot. Here's the player come out and gets the kill. There we go. But Victor from behind will get that back shot in and get the kill. 10-3. It's Touch Grass. Decisive control of the map. It's a good play from Spitter. You know, Spitter, I'm not sure if they're aware that when they're slow walking like that without pressing alt, they're making a lot of noise while walking. Same with running. Insurgency players are very known for their, I think at least they're well known for sound cues and audible sounds, especially in a game that's so intense without a lot of, you know, usually you don't have the kill feed that we see on our side for the spectating view. They don't have that. So you have to go by environmental sounds and hear somebody, died or whatever, or see the body fall over and knowing, okay, they're probably dead. Like, that's how you know you got a kill. So when that person jumped out of that window and found out, oh, geez, my leg. You know, that takes skill, you know. I'm just saying, it's for somebody who's pretty new to the game, you can see them not really. I think they're be more of a Rainbow Six player from the way they're aiming and playing across. Not bad. So they got some skill. Oh, Radish getting a little bit lagged out there. They're holding the line here on the pre-fire. Oh, this is some real Rainbow Six Siege stuff here. There is the nade from Victor taking out Spitter. Dog running through here. Radish going for the spray. No, gets it onto War Dog. Let's take on Cheesy Potatoes. Down to just Snake Eyes last remaining. Their final chances. That is a decisive Insurgent victory. Almost on the board, but Snake Eyes takes out one as he heads out of the game. 11-3 is the end of CGTG. Touch Grass telling the team, time to take a walk on the grassy side of things.